As the US and Israel's war with Iran nears the third week mark, questions are being raised on US war plan in Iran and the threat assessment in the 2026 report released by US intelligence. Just hours ago, Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard appeared before House Select Intelligence Committee. She was accompanied by FBI Director Kash Patel, CIA Director John Ratcliffe and other national security officials. Well, this is the second day of hearing after a similar session with Senate Intelligence Committee. Gabbard was asked about US objectives in the war, to which she replied that they differ from the Israeli goals. Listen into this exchange.
The objectives that have been laid out by the president are different from the objectives that have been laid out by the Israeli government.
And how do they differ?
We can see through the operations that the Israeli government has been focused on disabling the Iranian leadership and taking out several members, obviously beginning with the Ayatollah, the supreme leader, and they continue to focus on that effort.
The statement comes amid intense scrutiny across parties on the rationale behind Washington's decision to get directly involved in a war with Tehran. The questions have increased after National Counter-Terrorism Center Director Joe Kent resigned earlier this week, criticizing US involvement. Announcing his decision 2 days ago, Kent said that Iran posed, quote, no imminent threat to the United States. In his letter, he further said that the Trump administration, quote, started this war due to pressure from Israel and its powerful American lobby. The White House had dismissed Kent's letter. Amid the escalating criticism and questions on when the war will end, the 2026 report of US intelligence threat assessment has also come under lens. In particular, a reference to two countries has caught attention, Israel and Pakistan. A part of the report says, and I'm quoting here, even if the great powers refrain from conflict, many regional and smaller powers are growing much more willing to use force to pursue their interests. Countries such as Egypt, Israel, Pakistan, Turkey and the UAE are using a mix of lethal aid, proxy forces or their own military assets to provoke or undermine their rivals or to tilt nearby conflicts in their favor, unquote. Another part of the report highlights the possible shift in diplomatic ties after the war in Iran ends. The focus is on how countries in West Asia will assess their relationship with Israel. The statement says, and I'm quoting here, among the key decisions will be how the emerging balance of power between Jerusalem and Tehran affects their desirability of partnership with Israel and their levels of commitment to the US-backed peace plan for Gaza, which represents additional opportunities for regional security and economic cooperation. So far, the Trump administration has not clarified a timeline on when the war with Iran will end, with Trump and top officials saying that Washington will achieve its objectives soon.